Hey guys, how are you? It's Brad Sundberg in the studio with MJ. I have the honor of sitting here with Roman Marcone here at Halo Studio in Hamilton. Hamilton,
yeah.
Is it Hamilton, Ontario?
Hamilton, Ontario.
Hamilton.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you. So this is, I don't want to say old school, but it's just there's so much familiar territory here. Beautiful little SSL 4000.
Yeah.
In 2023, there's a lot of studios, and I deal with this week in and week out, that are having a rough time of it. And you're chugging away.
Yeah, it's, I've got some cool gear and I got a cool space. So it's kind of working out where I've separated myself from a lot of places at the moment, which is really nice. And people trust the sound of the old gear. And all my stuff works. So like, it just happens to land, which is neat. And it's hard to maintain, but
do you maintain it yourself?
Absolutely, I have to.
Soldering iron.
Oh yeah.
A little greeny, the whole thing.
Absolutely. I had to learn because I can't afford a tech. It's
right.
2023 in the music business, right?
No, what's your typical client in any given week?
Well, we do a lot of rock records, so live off the floor rock bands, and then do the overdubs or whatever and stuff like that. During the day, we do a lot of hip hop.
Okay.
So hip hop vocals, overdub tracking, mixing, or whatever, and then we do tape transfers and stuff like that as well.
Now I'm sorry, but I have to show you this. I'm an old school analog guy. This is a beautiful A80. I never used an A80. We always used A800s and A827s.
Yep.
But this, it just has its own sound.
Yeah, there's a tone that comes out of using that. If you push onto the tape hard, as you would know, it gives you that magic compression if you want to smash the drums up. Obviously, you got to be careful. You can really destroy things on that. But like it does a cool trick for making things have a little bit of flavor, and especially in the digital age now, you give it a little bit of flavor going in. And it kind of takes, it gives you something less, I don't want to say sterile, but how digital can be
right.
A little cold.
Well, I sometimes describe it like film versus video.
There you go, yeah.
And film just has that kind of unpredictable softness to it, whereas video, it goes in, comes out,
yes.
Clean as a whistle.
Yeah, man.
What, just take me through a couple of your favorite outboard pieces.
Well, these guys are favorites right now. I use them on overheads a lot, or guitars. They're the Focusrite ISA 110s, the old, Focusrite console bits. Obviously, the Neve 1073s. Those are classics for a lot of cool stuff.
Now those have the Brent Averill mod.
They're his original ones, so lower than 1,000 serial number, and they're wild. Like they just sound great. They got such a tone and character to them. Anything you put in just comes out better.
Now, do you know the connection between Brent Averill and Michael Jackson?
No.
Okay, so after the Thriller album, Michael built his own home studio at Havenhurst. Brent was who built the studio. Then Brent went on to do the demos for the Bad album. Brent, Bill Bottrell, and Matt Forger were the three that did all the original recordings in the Havenhurst studio that Brent had built for the album that became Bad.
That's wild.
And then Bruce Swedien and Quincy Jones kind of said, well, these are nice demos. Now we're going to make a real record. But yeah, brilliant stuff. What else?
His gear is awesome. Old school effects unit, H3000, great piece. This thing here is a piece that I designed.
I've never seen it. It's your personal?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a pair of channel strips, essentially. You got your preamp section, your high, mid, low, mid, and lows, your filters, and then your output. And then it does all the stuff in between, phantom power and all that normal stuff. And the EQs are inductor EQs styled after the Air Montserrat console.
Okay.
So basically high-end Neve stuff with modern design. So the chips in there that we're using for the ICs are really fast, really accurate, really detailed, and big transformers on the way in and out.
I mean, you're hardcore. Did you market this or sell it or?
This is the first one. The next ones are coming out very soon. Actually, I just got off the phone today. The circuit boards are in, so now I just have to get them put together.
Wow.
And they're going to hit the market soon.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, they're wild. It's like they're huge and detailed, and you put this with a 251 and an acoustic guitar, and it's diamonds.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool little 2-track over here.
Yep.
What for mixing? What are you mixing to? What are guys mixing? Is any of it still going to analog?
It can. It's a hard thing to do because you go into analog and you're kind of done.
Right.
And then they want to remix or they want to change, and then you got to get it all set back up. So it's kind of a treat to be able to. When I know it's done, I might do it just to give it some flavor before mastering.
Okay.
But usually I'm using this 2-track for drums. Drum bus, run it through that, bring it in parallel maybe, and do some fun stuff with it.
You mean during the mix, like resyncing it?
So during the mix, running it through there, bring it back into Pro Tools. You'll have to nudge it back a bit.
Okay.
And then once it's in there,
you're hitting the record and playback head.
Exactly.
Screwing up the sync.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you line it up, and it sounds pretty wild, depending on the type of music.
I love it.
Some music loves it, some music hates it.
Right. This room you built it in 2019?
Yeah.
Good time to build a recording studio.
Yeah, super great timing. We opened March 2020, so that was exactly right. And it was an uphill battle for a bit.
Okay.
Because of everything.
Sure.
But once it came back into play, it was a great time after that because a lot of music got made, while everybody was on pause. Yeah. Let's say. So everybody needed an outlet after, and it became a fun time.
Okay.
So that's how that landed. It was scary for a bit, right? For everybody, I guess. But especially opening. The whole world shut studio. Down. Yeah.
What what a cool story. The little tiny Dyn Audios. Yeah. They're so funny up in the wall there.
Yeah, I had to close up a 40 by 40 hole with that's a 3-foot deep gap for the old speakers to put the new ones in, but you can get the same level of party speaker sound, but detail all day on those Dyn Audios. It's crazy.
I'm gonna send a picture of this to my buddies in Denmark. They're gonna get a kick out of it. And the NS10s. I mean that is as old school. Is that your go-to?
I use them because I know them very well, and they're there because a lot of producers want them still. They know that they can come in. Who cares what I have on the wall? They know on the NS10s, if it sounds like a certain way, it's going to sound like that coming out.
Right.
Great. So, they do the job. And we do mix on them a lot. It's interesting. They still hold up.
Now, does anybody ask for the little Oratones? Or are you an Oratone guy?
I have them.
Okay.
They're not up.
I sold mine, and I so regret it.
Yeah, they're cool. They do a certain thing. I used to have a lot of speakers out, and I felt like I had a speaker store more than a studio.
Right.
So I kind of pared down and got the Oratones off the bridge there. And the magnets in those Oratones are crazy. Like, actually, though. Mm-hmm. Like, they'll distort a TV. It's wild.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played with them in a while.
Yeah, it's so I'm afraid of them.
Okay. Well, this is fantastic. What a cool room. I mentioned before I visit a lot of studios, and it's heartbreaking, and I mean that, when another one goes under. I am absolutely cheering for you, and
thanks, man.
Can't wait to come back and have another cup of coffee and a chat.
That'd be great, man. That'd be great. I heard you got some good stories, so I'd love to hear them.
Awesome. Thank you, my friend.
Okay, cheers.
Appreciate it.